Introduction. This book was written for two reasons. Firstly, for my family and friends who all considered that my life had been significantly eventful to be fully recorded, before I reach a point where it is no longer possible. "You must write a book," was the general comment. The second reason for the book is that I would like my family to have a record of my life. My forebears in many cases also had interesting and adventurous lives such as I have had. Unfortunately, they did not recall details of their experiences, and all we have is scraps of information in the form of notes and letters. I have avoided that gap in family history by the story of my life. Much of my career in aviation involves technical background, but I have tried to avoid making my story too technical. The book is designed to be a readable story of one man's life by persons of almost any age. The period of my life to date has been lived through an age of incredible technical progress. When I was a child, aircraft was still in the early development. Since then, we have seen aviation go from old biplanes to men landing on the moon and space stations in orbit. This did not seem possible when I was a young man. We read about the exploration of space only as science fiction. In the period of communications, I have seen progress from the crystal set wireless to the instant worldwide communication of today, in sight and sound and in print. We now watch world events immediately they occur by switching on our TV set. The technical progress in other fields has been just as spectacular. Regrettably, the overall plight of the world's people is really no better. In some ways there have been changes for the better of mankind, but in too many other areas man is no better off and possibly worse off. Starvation, persecution and brutality against people continues worldwide and even shows trends of worsening. I have found that irrespective of nationality, race, color or creed, there are good and bad people wherever one goes. My own life began quite humbly as a result of growing up during the period leading up to the Great Depression. My brother and sisters had been born into a very comfortable situation, but when I came along we had lost all our wealth and were poor. I am proud that I have achieved moderate success despite the lowly start. Of course, I often ponder as to whether I could have had more success in my Royal Air Force career, but that I will never know. However, in both my service and civilian careers I have enjoyed success, adventure and a constant variety of activity. In my 50 years as a professional aviator I have regrettably lost many fine friends and comrades who had their lives prematurely ended in aircraft accidents or acts of war. They are all still clearly in my memory and I regard myself as very fortunate to have been lucky enough to survive. During my life I have been fortunate to have enjoyed a great love of animals and sport. These two great influences have given me a constant interest and pleasure. I have also been wonderfully sustained throughout my life by my family and friends. Overall it has been a great adventure, which is not yet over. I would like especially to pay tribute to two ladies in my life, my wife for her love, loyalty and support in 50 years of marriage, and my daughter for her love and the fun she has always been when we have been together. This book would not have been written had it not been for Wendy Jones of Auckland, who was the one who encouraged me to put pen to paper. Wendy also did all the word processing, but in addition gave me so much help in writing what I hope is a readable story. Rob Jones, Wendy's husband, who was especially supportive. I owe both Wendy and Rob a great debt. I hope my readers enjoy this record of one airman's journey through life.